Underwear. Don't move.
Good evening, everyone. Hope you can hear me. So this is 19, or 2/3 of the way through this course. So I wanted to share. Oh, it's loud, is it? Okay. I don't think I can adjust the volume, actually. The sound quality okay? So, okay. So this is to give feedback on course so far. It's available on Learn. Should be available now in the last few minutes. Not required, so it's optional, but if you would like to... Michael. Oh, wow. Okay, so I think a microphone needs to be turned off. Okay. But if you would like to submit, please do so before Thursday. Okay, and the preferred method for this is to annotate the PDF. Then, but if you can't do that, no problem. And so a note, because we're online, it's difficult to give anonymous feedback. But just to say, if you want to give more anonymous feedback, then please email your PDF to TA, and they can email to me. Without your name. So I won't look up your name unless unless your feedback is illegal or something. So, yep, that was cute. Now, So let me know if there's any questions about that. About the midterm, so I guess most of you saw your scores. So again, well done. And please continue to work as course gets harder, like most courses do. Okay, and a few notes on the midterm. I know many of you went to TA classes, but there are a few things I wanted to discuss. So maybe first one about limits. So we have a limit law. One of the limit laws is that if I have two functions f with a limit L and g with a limit m, and these are limits as x goes to the same point, say it's 0, then the limit of the quotient is L over m, but you know what I'm going to say, that m has to be non-zero, so you can't write down this limit law when m equals 0. But what if m equals 0? Well, then this is putting together things we said at different times in the notes. Different possibilities. So before I continue to the student question in the chat, so questions about your individual mark, we're best having those questions one-to-one. Thank you. So, well, so three different possibilities, same. Well, if I had x squared and x, so x obviously has limit 0. So I can't use the limit law, but I can still find the limit because x squared over x, as long as x is non-zero, and that's all that matters for taking this limit. Oh, mistake. X squared over x is x. So this is 0. Okay, and another sort of possibility we've seen, so sine x over x. So again, the top and the bottom both have limit 0, but now the limit equals 1. So recall our proof by sandwich theorem. But another situation limit x goes to 0 of simply 1 over x. Well, now
It's infinity.
we write that the limit equals infinity. And so remember that means that the limit does not exist, but as x approaches 0, 1 over x becomes arbitrarily big. So you can see that in this case where the bottom of the fraction has limit 0, then there are lots of different possibilities. Sometimes you can say what the limit is, sometimes you can't. So these questions are a bit more difficult, but I just wanted to explain that to make clear. Okay, so questions in the chat. Okay, great. Okay, so another point about drawing graphs and tangent lines. So let's recall the picture. Where are we? Here. The picture. So this was not a precise definition, but this picture explained to us what tangent lines are. So in both cases, you have a point P, a chosen point P. And if I'm looking for the tangent at P, I take another point Q and I join it to P, and then I let Q get closer and closer to P. So notice in particular that tangent does not, well, we say cut the curve. I'll show you what I mean in a sec. So if it does, you probably made an error somewhere, unfortunately. Okay, so maybe I'll draw here. So if this is a curve, so this is a line that that cuts the curve. Okay, so an example of why this is helpful. So let's take the graph y equals x inverse, and we find a tangent line at x equals -1. So the derivative y prime, we reduce the power by 1 and say we forgot to times by 1. So we forgot a -1. Okay, but let's just continue with that. So tangent slope is -1 to the power -2. So tangent slope is 1. So tangent line, well, here y is -1. So what's the line that goes through the point -1? It is x. Well, let me write out the full formula. So